Marmalade? What do you think? He'll literally stay on my lap almost the entire time. He might get off, but I doubt it.
Well, hi, Sterling. Obviously cat lady.
You know, people ask me all the time, how did I get started with Rodan Fields? And it was actually kind of a crazy journey. I had worked in corporate America in the beauty division for about 15 years in sales and marketing, and had worked in another marketing capacity, and was working with my then not husband at the time in the private sector. And I had kind of like lost my identity of kind of going from a big wig to owning a small business. It was a weird thing for me. Also at the time, it was the recession. We moved into an apartment. We downsized to one house. It was a scary time. And I had a friend call me out of the blue about Rodan Fields, really not as a business initially, but to say, hey Holly, I think I have something for your skin, because even though I had been in the beauty industry for all of those years, I actually had really bad skin. I mean, I broke out from the time I was a teenager into my 20s, 30s, and then into my 40s, and it was so frustrating. So after about 6 weeks, she called and said, how's it going? And I'm like, it's kind of the same. She's like shocked. She's like, what do you mean it's the same? I'm like, I have to be honest, I haven't even used it. It's literally under my sink. And she's like, oh my gosh, Holly, use it, use it, use it. So I did, reluctantly, and honestly within a few weeks, for the first time in probably 30 years, I saw change start to happen on my skin, and I was absolutely amazed. So a couple weeks went by, I called her back and I'm like, okay, what are you doing? And I don't understand like how you're doing this, how you're doing this from home, how you're spending more time with your kids now. Tell me a little bit about it. I was intrigued. I was intrigued by several things. I was intrigued by these two world-renowned dermatologists who had created Proactive. So I loved the branding part of that. I loved that it was all online. I loved I didn't have to do parties. However, at the time, I was overwhelmed in my life with the changes that were happening and not knowing kind of how we were going to survive. I felt like I didn't have the time or the resources to add one more thing on my plate. And Heidi said something to me that really kind of clicked. And she said, Holly, if you don't make a change, then how is your life then going to be different? Fast forward now over 6 years, and it's kind of changed our lives. So we recommend people, services, products all the time. So when we see something we love, we share. So I'm a shares person. That's what I do. I share my love for the products and their transformative results, and I share the love of the business, which I do. I love it. I post a few things on social media. Social media is a wonderful platform to be able to reach a lot of people in a short amount of time about my business, about my products. Hi, it's Holly coming to you today for Tips on Tuesday. Hi guys, coming to you today with Tips on Tuesday from actually my bathroom. Hey guys, it's Holly coming to you from Cancun for Tips on Tuesday and how to travel looking refreshed and beautiful and really like a rock star when you get off the plane. I mean, how often does that happen? And I think I've gained a trust and a loyalty and a following with people. So before in my life, which was crazy, I loved what I did. It was really challenging. It was a lot of fun. However, one of the things that was most challenging for me was time. I had no time for family, no time for friends, really no time for anything. And when I did have time, I was exhausted. I was working all of the time. So now, like flip, it's a 180. I have the ability to weave my work into my life, not try to squeeze in my life around my work. I have this renewed passion for cooking, which I was never a cook before, and started taking some cooking lessons, so now I have time to cook. I literally cook now breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I love it. Another passion in my life is for the last several years, I've been on a modern home tour committee here in Charlotte, North Carolina, which I would have never have had the ability to do that. And my husband and I, as we are maturing in age, one of our big passions is travel. And so we have the ability now to just kind of get up and go whenever, because my business is portable, and I love that. I love my lifestyle, I love my time flexibility, I love my financial flexibility. It has just kind of enabled us to do everything, right, Marmy? Absolutely love it.